my license would expire. I was like,
Thank you.
just give me the regular one. I have a passport. I'll just use that to get through airports.
That's what I used all my life.
Careful with the wetness.
Oh, right.
Very official reserved signs. Ooh. No one will sit in your seat now, Kelly.
The whole seat is reserved.
Wow, Kelly,
Look
you're
at
very good.
So official.
Well done. Oh, there it is. Oh, yes. There we go. So fancy. Baby. Let's go.
Eyes in the back of your head.
Shall we?
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Oh. I like the disco ball. Want to see? Maybe I can like shine my phone flashlight. Oh.
All right.
Let's do it.
Look at our reserve.
So fancy and reserved. Ooh, exclusive seats.
This is fun.
What a
Both of them. Oh, this one's got an egg on it. So this is Mike's.
That's you.
Yeah. I don't know if this is for you or for Anthony. It might.
But yeah, there were so many people, and the cement was so hot. So you can like ride the lazy river because there's not a line for the lazy river. You can do the stuff that you don't have to scan into. I usually have a good angle for it. Yeah, I just feel like as time goes on.
It was a podcast industry one. So it's called Podcast Movement.
That they teach children. Yeah. Who knows? Okay.
What colors are they adding?
I don't know, like pink and showing.
Hello, how's it going? Welcome to a very special, different edition of the tour vlog because I'm coming to you live from my hotel room in Orlando, Florida. I guess I'm also not coming to you live because this is recorded and will be posted months and potentially years after the fact, given the rate that I edit these things. However, I'm here for LeakyCon and I'm very excited to be back doing Harry Potter convention stuff. It is 2 a.m, so I'm just gonna get to bed and I'll give you more details and fill you in on more stuff tomorrow. But I do want to say something that was very cool when I checked in is that I got noticed in the lobby immediately, which was very fun. The person who noticed me was very sweet. She said she had just started listening to Potterless recently, which is cool. So I am excited. That just really set the tone of like, I am here. I'm in a hotel full of nerds. We're going to talk about nerdy Harry Potter stuff all weekend long, and I'm super stoked. I'm going to go get some sleep, but get stoked and get excited as I show you footage from LeakyCon. Hooray, wee!
What the heck? What the heck? The sun is doing this really cool thing in sunset mode with the clouds here. And I've literally been walking around the entire hotel trying to get a good image of it. And the best one that I got is this crappy photo from my room that has like smudges from the dirty window. It's a shame. I did literally a lap of the entire premises to try to get a view of this thing. This is not working out. Is this working? Are we gonna find a better angle? Could this work? Could it work? We'll see.
The first day of LeakyCon is complete. I've got the camera on top of an icebox, on top of the air conditioning unit, as I sit on the floor, because that is the best tripod that I could muster up. I'm a big professional videographer boy, clearly. But the first day was super fun. Here's footage of me walking across the sky bridge that connects the hotel to the convention center, which is nice in that it's not too far, but is less nice in that it is July in Orlando, so it's very hot and muggy, and I was wearing a sweater. This sweater in particular, it's a nice new sweater that I got. It's got little seahorses in a pattern, which I think is super cute. I also like the color. I think it looks very nice. I'm wearing it because I would like to unveil it for the new Olympian live shows, my Percy Jackson podcast, and I believe they take photos of the performers when they're on stage at LeakyCon, and I thought, if I wear this sweater and they take good photos of me, then, as long as the background doesn't look too Harry Pottery, I can use it as promotional photos for the new Olympian. Just trying to, two birds, one stone it as much as I can. But fashion choices aside, it was a very fun day. We started off with me interviewing Stanislav Yanevsky. He's the actor who played Victor Krum in the 4th movie and also the 7th movie, though his scenes were all unfortunately cut out of the film, which is sad. But it was just one of those interviews. They call them spotlights here at LeakyCon, and you just kind of talk with folks who were in the movies or in other parts of the Harry Potter space, and they told me that they were going to give me a list of pre-planned questions to ask, but then I never got that list. I don't know if it was made and it never got to me, but we took the stage and I just had to come up with an interview on the spot, and I gotta say, I am proud of myself for having a full hour-long conversation with little to no prep, because I thought the prep was being done for me, and I didn't know this guy. Basically a stranger. We had crossed paths incredibly briefly at a past LeakyCon in 2019. So almost 3 years since I've seen this person, never really had a conversation with this person, but I asked him a bunch of questions about growing up in Bulgaria and what the whole acting process was like and all of that. And I'm actually really proud of how it went. He was a super nice guy. It was a very fun conversation. So we did that, went back to the green room. I had some food, and then I prepared for the Potterless live show. So for the Potterless live show, my guests were Chris Rankin, who played Percy Weasley in the Harry Potter movies, and then Chanel Williams, who is a big TikToker that does these wonderful McGonagall impressions, and then she does other things. She's just a very funny person. She does stand up, a very nice human being. She's been on Potterless, and I had the two of them. So since we've got the Percy and the McGonagall of it all, I did a show where I found all of the instances in which Percy did something significant in the books, and then all of the instances in which McGonagall did something significant in the books, and then we played the what if game of what if their roles were reversed. For example, what if Percy Weasley went with Dumbledore to drop off Harry at the Dursleys in Privet Drive, and it was just a fun what if they were in the different situations, how they've acted differently. It was super fun and goofy. We only got through all of the things that happened in the first 4 books because we were just having so much fun, but it was an absolute blast. And then I went straight from there to another panel where it was all of the Harry Potter podcasts that are here for this event. So me, the folks from Goblet of Wine, and then the folks from Fanatical Fix, and it was moderated by Tommy from LeakyCon, and he was just phenomenal, asked a bunch of lovely questions. Then we talked about our podcasts and everything, and then the audience did Q&A, and they asked wonderful questions. It was a very, very fun time. Went back into the green room, had some dinner, and then now I am here, and I'm a tired boy. There's all sorts of events happening tonight, like there's the Wizard Rock music concerts, and then there is a dance party and stuff afterwards, but I am tired. And also, I have to prep for a thing I'm doing tomorrow at 10 a.m. And also, I really don't want to get COVID. It's the end of July in 2022, and we're here in Florida, and it's not necessarily the safest situation. And next weekend, I'm supposed to go to St. Louis and do a live show for Potterless, and then also me and Johnny are going to go to every game where our 2 baseball teams are playing against each other in St. Louis. So he likes the St. Louis Cardinals, I like the New York Yankees. We're going to make a whole thing out of it. So I would really like to not get COVID here, because then that whole trip would just get deleted, and that would be terrible. So trying to be as safe as I can. I'm wearing an N95 all over the place, so really just trying to be on the safer end. But the thing I'm prepping for tomorrow is what I'm calling the Birdie Bots Every Flavor Bean Challenge. Let me get the Birdie Bots. Heyo, whoop whoop. I ordered them online. They came in this fun little package that is a very weird labeling situation, but I got 3 boxes of Birdie Bots beans, and what I'm going to be doing is interviewing a couple of the folks who were involved in the movies. I'm not exactly sure yet of the roster because it seems to be changing, but I believe it's the actors who played Padma Patil, and it was going to be the guy who played Seamus Finnegan, but he is unable to make the convention now. I think I'm going to be talking to the guy who played Oliver Wood, the guy who played Gregory Goyle, maybe Chris Rankin, who did Percy Weasley, and maybe Stanislav, who did Victor Crumb. These folks, they have been doing interviews and conventions and stuff like this for years, maybe even going past 10 years. There's so much that they've already been asked that I want to try to give them a new experience. I want to give the audience a new experience. So I'm challenging myself by trying to ask them these unique questions. I worked with Sherry, who edits The Noose Olympian and helps me out with other stuff for the podcasting universe, the Mike Schubert extended podcasting universe. And we have done a deep dive into all of these folks and tried to figure out interesting things about their life and also questions that they've gotten in the past so that we can ask them new questions they've not gotten. If I ask them a question that they have heard before, I will have to eat a gross Birdie Bots every flavor bean. If not, just answer the question and we all learn something new. So it'll be fun and very silly. It's gonna be on the main stage. I'm super stoked for it, but I need to do a lot of prep. So all of those factors mean that my night tonight is just gonna be me chilling in the hotel room, doing some work, staying safe, and eating some leftover food that I brought from a to-go plate from the green room. So that has been day one of LeakyCon. I'm very excited for day two. All I'm doing is the Birdie Bots thing, and then I'm just chilling. I don't have anything else on the docket, so I think I'm just gonna work from the green room in LeakyCon and chat with some folks and enjoy just being there. And then I've got a busy Sunday for the final day of LeakyCon. So it's been fun. It's been off to a great start. And on a final note, I will leave you with this beautiful sunset view that I've got here in Orlando, Florida. Look at it. It's been really cool. I got the little cloud thing, and I'll also clip in some footage of me because before recording this, I did walk outside to try to get a good picture of this. And I learned that all of the trees and buildings and stuff on the ground floor make the view nowhere near as good. So this was the best view, even if I have to look at it through a scratched up, grimy window. But yeah, that's that. And it's been fun. Oh, look, a helicopter. Whee! Hello, friend. How's it going? Goodbye.
What I need. But you say he's just a friend. But you say he's just a friend. Acting kinda strange. Don't wanna ask, do you have a man? She tried to pretend. She said, no, I don't. I only have a friend. Come on. Don't even kill him for it. And then she said, blah, blah, blah. She had 9, 10 pens and a very big bra. I took a couple of flicks and she was enthused. I said, how do you like the show? She said, I was very amused. I started throwing big, she started throwing back mid-range. But when I spun the question, she...
Well, now we know.
Thank you.
No problem.
Last Friday and Saturday.
There should be.
Can be taken.
Oh, what it do, baby? You ready for the show? Getting in the zone? In the zone with the Budweiser? Just smack yourself in the face.
Very lightly.
Let's go, baby.
That food was tasty. Had my baby's first ever
Toasted ravioli.
toasted ravioli. How'd you feel about Act 1, baby?
I felt great. With
Yeah.
the breeze between my knees.
Yeah, because the audio won't show it, why don't you show your argument for arguing in 10 words why Archie's wanting the breeze between the knees was one of the funniest moments in the books?
visual cues here in the video portion of Potterless Live.
Feeling good.
And look at us wearing matching shirts. One of us is going to have to change.
Ah,
How do we keep doing
it's
this?
so frustrating. Every time.
I do have to say, let me go to the mirror to maybe show. I tried to dress as much like the St. Louis flag as possible. So I've got a blue shirt, a navy blue shirt, red pants, and then yellow socks. But the yellow socks are actually, they're New Jersey state flag socks, because it's my hometown for your hometown.
Nice.
Look at all the thought that goes into it.
So the Missouri flag, if you didn't know.
Yeah, give us the
has
fun
two-
facts.
Two squiggly lines on it, and it's the Missouri and the Mississippi River joining up. And the word for that, you know this if you live in St. Louis, the
I don't.
word for when two rivers join up like that is a confluence. That's their confluence, which is pretty lit, if you ask me.
Lit facts with Johnny Frolickstein.
Lit back, lit Johnny!
I'm definitely gonna add text in on the screen. Okay, so here in the green room, let me turn off this fan so the audio is better. So here in the green room, we've got a whole thing about Blueberry Hill. The duck room is like a very famous location that I didn't know. You knew it was very famous. You were very excited when I told him about it. But where does it have the list of notable guests? Yeah. Notable guests, fits in the tantrums, great until they sold out. The only time I feel like a hipster, hand clapping all that. Dude, I saw them at Free Press and college, they were so good. God, I love them. I wish RIP to them being good. Nelly, incredible. Jewel, incredible. The Lumineers, incredible. Another college one that I loved and then realized all their songs are the same. Grandmaster Flash, that's wild. John Legend, Ed Sheeran, all right. Sharon Jones and the Dap Kings, Duran. Ex-ambassadors.
Weird list.
It's an eclectic list, but it's an iconic one. That's just cool. Very cool. Did I lose track of where? I think there we go. I don't even know who they are. I'm not gonna lie. Don't know ex-ambassadors. Don't know Sharon Jones and the Dap Kings.
But a different band.
Ah, gross.
Same with American authors.
We should write and Mike Schubert and Johnny Frolickstein, very famous boys.
Are you here about the future to talk about the past? I'm currently recording this in the guest bedroom of Johnny Frolickstein's mom's place in St. Louis, Missouri, because we did a Potterless live show here the other day. But before we get into that, before I talk about it, and before I show you footage from it, I want to tell you about the other days at LeakyCon, which I did not have a chance to film and discuss with you in Florida because I was very busy. Let's go to day 2 of LeakyCon, which was Saturday. We started off with the Birdie Bots Every Flavor Bean Challenge. This is something that I had come up with and pitched to the LeakyCon team, where I would be interviewing some of the actors from the movies, and I would be trying to ask them questions that they had never heard before. If I asked them a question that they had heard before, I would have to eat a Birdie Bots bean. If the question was a unique one that they had not received before, we just got to move on and go to the next question. I was joined by Stanislav Yanevsky, who played Viktor Krum. I was joined by Afshan Azad, who played Padma Patil, and I was joined by Chris Rankin, who played Percy Weasley. Asked them a whole bunch of questions. It was wild. It was very goofy. Thankfully, I didn't have to eat too many beans. It was a fun time. Stanislav taught us how to do traditional Bulgarian wedding dances. It was a blast. And then I didn't have much going on for the afternoon. I went back to my hotel room to try to work, but I accidentally took a nap. And then at 5 o'clock, I went back to the main stage and they did a big karaoke performance. They had done one run by Chris Rankin in a smaller room, and it was such a big hit that they brought it back for Saturday at the big main stage, and I did Just a Friend by Biz Markie. I was very excited to be a big goofball on stage, and it was funny and very on brand because everybody else at the Nerdy Harry Potter convention did songs from musicals, so I was the only person that did an 80s hip-hop song, but I'm glad to bring some different perspectives into the Harry Potter fandom. It's what I've been doing with Potterless for years, so I'm glad I could continue to do that at LeakyCon. So that was everything for day 2. Day 3 began with the Choose Your Own Adventure situation that me and the team from Fanatical Fix put together. So I put together a Choose Your Own Adventure story, and then we had Sequoia play it out, and then Sequoia left the room, and Kim came into the room, and then Kim played it out, and then I got to show the whole crowd what all of the different possibilities were. Here is an image of what the map looked like. There were 2 pages, so it went on for more stuff. It was super silly, super goofy, and it was a very, very fun time and a great way to start day 3. Later in the day, I got to MC the cosplay contest, which was very fun, and I have no experience with cosplay at all, but just seeing all of these wonderful, wonderful costumes was so cool. They were so intricate. There was so much work and dedication put into them. Thankfully, I was not judging. It would have been very hard to judge because they were all very good. I was just the MC, but it was a very, very fun time. And then I helped Jordan Edwards from LeakyCon give the big trophies out for the winners. And what they did for 2 of the trophies was they repurposed chili cook-off trophies to look like cauldrons making potions, and that was for 2nd and 3rd place, and then the 1st place was a big traditional gold looking cup sort of thing. It was very fun. I'm glad I got to be a part of it. And then the last thing for day 3, I went on stage with Chris Rankin as well as the folks from Goblet of Wine, and we joined Melissa and Nelly for a live Pottercast, which was very, very fun. It's always what is done to close out LeakyCon, and it just becomes such a fun little let's talk about the fun weekend we all just had party. And we did some interactive guest things and some trivia challenges, and it was just a nice way to end a very nice weekend. I had a lovely time, and then on my drive home with my buddy Tim, who I had been hanging out with throughout the weekend, and I stayed at his place Sunday night, we saw a rainbow. Here's video of the rainbow. It was very pretty. I had a very fun time. Then Sunday night, I went back and edited a whole bunch of stuff for the upcoming episode of The Newest Olympian that had to come out because Monday was approaching and I didn't get a lot of work done given everything that was going on, but it ended up working out just fine. And then I slept, spent a couple days in New York, and then got here to St. Louis, Missouri. So at this point, let me transition to the live show footage from that show. Very fun time. I had a very fun weekend with Johnny. We went to every single St. Louis Cardinals versus New York Yankees baseball game, which was the inspiration behind the trip. My favorite baseball team versus Johnny's favorite baseball team, and they were finally playing against each other. So we went to all the games. The Yankees lost all 3 games, which wasn't ideal, but all of the games are very close, so it was still very fun. And Johnny got to show me around his hometown, and we went to a bunch of traditional St. Louis eateries, and we went to the City Museum. We did a whole bunch of really fun stuff, all compacted into one weekend, and I was still able to get the work done that I needed to without staying up super late. It is 12:46 in the morning, so I'm gonna go. Let me see if I can. There's my Kelly phone background. I don't know if you can see, but 12:46 a.m. I am going to sleep right now, so if I look tired, that's why. If I sound tired, that's why I put on this hat, because that's what I wore to all the games. It is a very gross but authentic 1998 New York Yankees championship hat that my dad got me, unironically, in the year 1998. And I got it signed by Alex Rodriguez, who is not on the 98 team, but I don't care, because I was at a game where he was signing stuff, and I had him sign it. Anyway, it was a very fun weekend. I'm going to go get some sleep and get my booty back to New York City so that I can continue my life and the upcoming shows that we have ahead. There's a TNO show on August 24th, and then there is a half Potterless, half TNO show in Philadelphia on August 31st, and I'm very excited for them. But I'm also very excited for sleep. Thank you for watching, and we'll see where we are next time. Hooray! Whee!